What's good, beaners, them dudes, them folks, beaner winners? It's your boy BeanThatDude, you heard. Back with another reaction. Why it sucks to be born as a hippo. By bound, published by Bound. Yes, sir, let's get it, man. It's like 10 minutes.
You slide out of your mother and sink straight to the bottom. The water closes over your head, but you don't panic. You don't even know how. Then, your mother swims beneath you and pushes your body upward with her snout. Your head breaks the surface and you take your first breath. You weigh 45 kilos, with a gray-pink skin that's covered in red blood-looking fluid. It's a natural sunscreen to help protect your body from being burnt from the sun. Then your mother drops you back into the water. You crawl onto her back and lie flat. It's the only dry ground you'll have for days. On day 5, you learn how to keep your head above water on your own. You can hold it there long enough to see what's around you. Your mother still helps when you tire, but you're learning how to be more independent quickly. Later that day, a bull passes near the herd. You only see his back, but the others make room. No one challenges him or looks him in the eye. He's massive, over 3,000 kilos with his teeth curved out like bones pulled from the earth. He doesn't need to fight. Just being there is enough. You try standing again. Your feet find mud, and you hold for a second before your legs collapse. You thrash once and sink, but your mother presses against you and steadies your body. But upstream, the herd begins to move, and soon you'll be strong enough to follow. You're a month old now, and you weigh nearly 100 kilos. Your legs don't wobble as much anymore, and you can move through the water without drifting sideways. You're still small next to the adults, but you've grown strong enough to try and follow. One by one, the cows step out of the river and walk toward the land. You follow close behind, staying near your mother's side. But when you reach the shallow water, she turns and blocks your path. You try to squeeze past her leg, but she shifts again and won't let you through. You push forward anyway, but your body still can't handle grass. You don't have the gut bacteria the others do. Grass means nothing to your stomach. You only feed on milk. Your mother climbs onto land without you, leaving you behind with the other calves in the shallow water. Most of them are your age or younger. One of them drifts closer. Their head tilts as they watch you. They don't mean harm, but their mother thinks differently. Her head rises fast and her legs drive forward, sending water splashing across your face. You try to back away, but she slams into your side with the front of her body and knocks you deeper into the river. You tumble once, then find your feet and try to stand. But your legs are shaking, and your nose dips under the surface. That's when the crocodile turns. It was floating farther out, barely moving, but now it's aiming straight toward the calves. You freeze. But before you can do anything, 5 cows rush from the land. They form a wide line across the river and keep walking, their steps pushing waves ahead of them. The crocodile doesn't test them. It drifts for a second longer, then sinks without a splash and disappears below. You breathe hard and push back toward your mother's side. She doesn't say anything. You're only a month old, but you're starting to understand what kind of place this is. Skip forward a bit, and you're 1 year old now. You weigh around 250 kilograms, and your teeth have pushed through. They're short, still inside your lips, but heavy enough to feel with every bite. This is the first time you graze for real. You graze with your mouth, chew it, swallow it, and it stays down. The milk still comes, but not as much. You feed beside your mother, then wander a few steps away. Another calf walks past. He brushes your side as he moves. You don't think much and just swing your head hard into his side. He turns and drives forward. Your skulls slam together and mud flies as your legs push for ground. You twist your weight into him. He shoves back just as hard. You slip once, then find balance again. Then his mouth snaps under your chin. Not deep, but just enough to scare you, so you stop moving. He holds still for a second, then steps away. You don't follow him. You walk back toward the river alone. Your legs feel heavy. Your ribs sting, but you carry the weight and don't look back. Then he lets out a sharp, high noise. Not from pain, but like he wants everyone to know he won. But before the sound finishes, a female is already moving. She runs down the slope and slams into the calf with her chest. The impact folds the body inward and sends it sliding through the wet soil. This isn't a charge of rage. The calf crossed a line and that's all it takes. This place runs on boundaries, and some of them are invisible until you're punished for crossing them. The mother tries to intervene. She steps forward, but there's no one to blame and nothing left to fight. The calf twitches once, then goes still, head half submerged in the shallow water. By sunrise, the herd has already begun moving downstream, but the mother of the dead calf stays. She circles the body once, then lowers her head and just stands there. You follow the herd, quiet now, moving with the others, and for the first time, you understand what happens when you don't stay in line. You're 7 years old now. Your tusks have grown thick and curved, just long enough to do real damage if you ever use them. You spend your days near the middle of the river, drifting between the cows and calves, close enough to feel like you still belong. But you're too old now. The others can feel it, and so can the bull. He doesn't charge right away. He watches you first. Every time you get too close to the females, his body moves, a small step forward or a tilt of his head. But then, one morning, he stops pretending that he doesn't care. You don't see him coming until the water explodes beside you. His tusks slam into your ribs and your whole body lifts off the ground. You hit the mud hard, roll once, and land flat. Your legs thrash, pushing against the riverbed. You try to stand, but the weight of the hit is still in your bones. He doesn't chase. He doesn't need to. You get up and leave, and that's all he wanted. You sleep alone that night farther downstream. You watch the herd from a distance, the shapes of their backs just visible in the moonlight. You're not one of them anymore. Now you have 3 options to choose from. You can try to join another herd. You can find a quiet bend in the river and try to build your own. Or you can stay like this, alone, and live that way for the rest of your life. You decide to go with the first option, as it seems the easiest. After a few days of walking the banks, you find a group near a wide curve in the river. There's a bull, but he looks smaller than yours was. You approach slowly, keeping low in the water. You stay near the edge and don't move toward the females. You just wait, hoping he'll let you stay, but he doesn't. He turns fast, opens his mouth, and runs at you full speed. You turn around and run. His jaws snap behind you, but you don't look back. You just run until the river disappears in the distance and he stops following. Your legs shake, but you're not giving up. Not yet, because something is about to change. A month later, you've decided to go with the second option instead, claiming your own stretch of river and hoping some females join you. You stumble upon a quiet bend with deep water, soft mud, and enough grass to last through the dry season. You walk the edge and scrape your tusks into the bark of a low tree. You drag your belly through the shallow water and leave your mark on the banks. This isn't just a place to rest, it's yours now. There are crocodiles here too. 3 of them float in the middle of the river, barely moving. They're not hunting, but they're always close, so you keep your eyes on them, because you'll need to learn how to live among them, like the others did when you were young. Later that day, 4 cows appear across the water. They graze near the bank, far enough not to feel like a challenge, but close enough to see everything. None of them have calves. One of them lifts her head, her ears twitch, then they all move slowly through the grass and disappear. That night, another hippo appears upstream. It's a male. He's older. His shoulders are wider and his tusks curve long and thick over his lips. He steps into the water and watches you from across the bend. His eyes hold for a long time. You raise your head and open your mouth. The slap of your jaws echoes across the water. The bull holds still, then decides that you're not worth the trouble and turns around, walking back into the grass. By morning, the same cows return, but only 2 this time. They cross the river and walk onto your side. They start grazing close by, calm and steady, as if they were always meant to stay. You're 15 years old now. The river runs low this year.
It's
the very last minute, and you need a hotel. You're scared it's...
Runs low this year. The bank's wide and dry, and the grass grows farther from the water. You spend more time walking the edges than swimming. You graze close to your cows, but your eyes scan the trees every few minutes. This is your land, and you've kept it for 8 years. But now someone new is here. He steps out from the tree line, and doesn't stop when he sees you. He just keeps walking, heading straight toward the spot you marked days ago. You lift your head and yawn, giving him a warning. But he doesn't react. He keeps coming, so you start walking toward him. You meet on dry ground. His head drops, and yours does the same. Then he runs forward. His tusk catches your side and pulls your skin, but you twist and push back with your shoulder. Your legs dig into the dirt as you shove forward. He presses hard, but you lean heavier. Your teeth snap near his jaw, and he throws his weight sideways. You both stumble, but he charges again. This time you brace and slam into him, chest to chest. He shakes your body. You bite again, and this time your tusk scrapes along his neck and he screams through his teeth. He backs away for a moment, but you don't give him time. You move forward and hit him again, lower this time. Your tusk catching the skin just above his front leg. He turns and tries to swing back, but his footing slips. That's all you need. You step into him with everything and knock him down. His body rolls once before stopping in the dust. He breathes hard, then gets up and walks away. You're bleeding from your side, and your leg shakes under your weight, but you stay standing. One of the cows who watched from nearby walks over. She grazes beside you like nothing happened. The other doesn't leave either. You've kept the land. This part of the river is yours, and you're not giving it up for anyone. Skip forward a bit, and you're 30 years old now. While walking around, you notice one of the females giving birth. You watch the calf try to stand, legs shaking in the wet grass, and something settles inside you. This is what you fought for. Long days in the sun, nights soaked in mud, the sound of the herd moving behind you. It feels quiet now, but the right kind of quiet. The dry season comes late. At first, you barely notice, but then the clouds stop forming and the ground starts to harden. The grass becomes thin. The water pulls back. You walk farther to feed, leaving deeper trails in the mud. The cows move with you at first, then they start spreading out. You don't think much of it. You've seen seasons like this before, but this one doesn't end. Each morning, the river is lower than the day before. At the far end of the bend, there's still a patch of grass that hasn't dried out. You guard it and wait, but then one of the cows leaves. A few days later, the second one goes. You don't stop her, you just keep eating, but your strength isn't the same. The wound on your side from a fight months ago opens up again. You drag your leg and find a pool that's barely deep enough to cover your body. One night, something splashes nearby. You lift your head just enough to see two crocodiles floating near the edge. Their bodies don't move, and their eyes stay open. You stare back and wait. Then one of them slides forward. The other follows. They reach you without a sound. You try to move, but your legs don't lift. You feel the first bite at your side, then the second at your neck. You twist hard and break free. Your legs scrape against the mud as you pull yourself toward the bank. One of the crocs bites again but loses grip. You crawl out of the water, dragging your body across the ground. They don't follow. You find shade beneath a bush and stop moving. The wounds bleed slow. You try to breathe deeper, but it hurts. By sunrise, your body's still. The river runs quiet, and that's where it ends. Life as a hippopotamus might be rough, but there's another animal out there that has it way worse. Trust me, it's wild. Check out the video and see for yourself.
It's a boy being that dude, you heard?
I got you.
What did I just tell you?